King of Sports, njpw Wrestling.
You know, it's true. In New Japan Strong, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And Team Filthy has a weak link. Russ Taylor, I'm sorry. After that white belt performance against Jeff Cobb, you couldn't get the job done. You couldn't cut the mustard. And quite frankly, the sponsors, they want you gone. So now, Rust, sorry, but you're being future endeavored from Team Filthy. Take a hike, go on vacation to Florida, do whatever you want. You're out of here. But all's not lost, because Team Filthy always recruits the best fighters in the world, and now it's no different. So get ready, because not only does X mark the spot, but Team Filthy's X is gonna leave a mark right here.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first brand new episode of New Japan Strong of 2021. Alex Kozlov, Kevin Kelly, we're here at ringside, and we've already got news. The announcement, Filthy Tom Lawler, you just heard it. It will now be Danny Limelight, JR Kratos, and a mystery partner, X, if you will, versus the Regal Twins and Brody King. You got your gear on under there? Is it you who's X? Come on.
No, Kevin, no. I can tell you for sure it's not me. Another thing I can tell you for sure, if Tom Lawler is doing the recruiting, you know he's going to be tough.
Well, we'll find out what happens in our main event six-man tag team match. We'll also see here on the hour, one-on-one, Rocky Romero versus the DKC.
The DKC is in the house. It's 2021. Will this be the year of the DKC?
We'll kick things off with a young lion battle. Clark Connors versus a fresh face in Kevin Knight, who makes his New Japan Strong debut. Let's head to the ring.
オープニングマッチ10分一本勝負を行います。
We're on the road to Lions Break Contenders, the next tour here on New Japan Strong. We're very excited about presenting that to you.
Introducing first in the blue corner, representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, standing 6 foot tall, weighing at 200 pounds, Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight making his Strong debut. We saw him, of course, in tag team action during the Super J Cup.
Introducing his opponent in the red corner, representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, standing 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighing at 185 pounds, Clark Connors.
It's your favorite guy, isn't it?
Well, it's not a bad way to start the new year with the captain facing off against a new prospect in Kevin Knight. I'm really excited to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, Kevin Knight got thrown into the fire in tag team action during the Super J Cup, but we'll see what happens here in singles action. Interesting connective tissue between these two. As the bell sounds and we are underway. Kevin Knight, an Atlanta prospect, and played collegiate football at Shorter University, but then began his wrestling training up in the Pacific Northwest. The same training that Clark Connors originally went under with the late, great Buddy Wayne. While they were in separate classes, they do come from the same wrestling tree.
Yeah, and, Kevin Knight is following in the footsteps of Clark Connors. It will be interesting to see what he has to offer. Although Clark Connors, has progressed leaps and bounds. I mean, he's a way different person. Yeah, I mean, the things that he's been able to achieve, Lions Break Crown winner. I mean, he's vicious.
Yeah, he has really shown not just a command of wrestling, but also a tenacity that I think kind of sets him apart from everybody. But we'll see again how Kevin does here in his New Japan Strong debut. We're excited about, well, what we were anticipating being the return of Filthy Tom Lawler to New Japan Strong action. But, of course, such will not be the case, and we'll find out later on who will be the mystery partner.
Kevin, I love surprises. This is the way to start.
It's the way to start. After last year being such a stinkfest, 2021's off to an interesting start. How do the folks in Russia celebrate New Year's?
Well, I'll tell you how my folks celebrated this year. We started with caviar, and the rest I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
Probably vodka had a lot to do with it.
I understand.
That's how we do it.
Wrist lock here by Kevin Knight. You can see athletically put together, 95 kilograms, right at the 200-pound mark. But Clark Connors pulling back on the leg. A lot of great matches on New Japan Strong for Clark Connors in 2020. And these two are getting very familiar with each other, not just in the LA dojo, but also here, getting to compete one-on-one. The first match of New Japan Strong action for the new year, and we thank you very much for joining us.
You can see a Band-Aid over the eye of Kevin Knight. I wonder if this is something that Clark Connors will take advantage of with his strikes.
We shall see as a roll up there. Kevin Knight, not shy about being aggressive, trying to put his opponent's shoulders down. The Shibata influence, even though both Clark and Kevin Knight were trained originally in wrestling, you need to come in and forget everything that you knew and learn the Shibata way when you start in the LA dojo. I know you had a conversation with Kevin Knight earlier on.
Well, I mean, I think it's invaluable to get the opportunity to train and get the expertise of Shibata. He's all about fundamentals and technique. And just looking at what he's doing right now, it looks very technical, I mean, he's on top of Clark Connors right now.
Yeah, he looks like he's in his comfort zone right now. And fireman's carry takeover by Clark, who tries to keep Kevin down. Knight kicks out before the referee can even begin his count. And Clark Connors downstairs and then up. This aggressiveness by Clark Connors certainly boding well. And I think a very, very bright future for Clark, no doubt about it.
Look at the aggressive nature of Clark Connors. He's aggressive, but he's also focused. It's focused aggression from Clark Connors. Very calculated. Now, Kevin Knight, a little bit irritated by those hard-edged, knife-edged chops, and is putting the boots and the strikes on Clark Connors. Connor not letting down.
Aggressively going after the midsection of Kevin Knight, stomping away, and in the corner, the referee backing him up.
I gotta say, Kevin Knight, slightly different. He's not wearing the knee pads. Almost reminding me of Norman Smiley a little bit, with his technicality, his grappling.
And now it is breaking down a little bit here, and let's see if Kevin Knight, he is really solid with those uppercut forearms. And a heel out of the corner to the cover, a kick out.
He's definitely strong. He's got power in his hands and his legs, and he's showcasing.
I know he was talking earlier about when he wrestled, when he began his career before trying out for and being accepted into the LA dojo. It was high flying with different repertoire that he used, but all of that has to be put away while you're a young lion.
Five minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
Snap suplex. He'll go for a cover and a 2 count. Be interested to see what Rocky Romero and the DKC can offer here in the new year. You made a very good point. The Lions Break Contender Series, I think it's going to shape up to kind of set the stage for what could be future opportunities coming up here in the new year.
No, I can't wait for that matchup. Rocky Romero and the DKC. That'll be very interesting.
I want to thank all the fans who joined us for our year-end look back as well. We had a great time putting that together. Kevin Knight locking the brakes on. Let's see how Clark Connors, is he able to outpower Kevin Knight? No, he's not. And in fact, it's Kevin Knight who takes him over. The body slam, 2.
Let's not take the body slam for granted. A very vicious maneuver. I mean, it takes all the wind out of you. It's a basic maneuver, but it takes a toll on you. And now Kevin Knight is on top of Clark Connors, torquing on his neck, cutting off the blood flow to Connors' head.
So Kevin Knight gonna get sent off the ropes. The shoulder tackle, nothing doing.
Not enough to take him down. Goes for an attempt number 2. Still, Connors staying on top.
Oh, the misdirection. Both men with football backgrounds, and the defensive back, Clark Connors. Watch Kevin Knight.
Wow.
Drop kick sends him all the way out to the floor.
Clark Connors was gearing up for a tackle off the top rope, but Kevin Knight took advantage and drop kicked him off. And another huge drop kick.
1, 2, and a kick out.
I mean, Connors took a bad fall on the apron off the top. And now he's locking up the Boston Crab, the very same maneuver of Clark Connors, and he's able to execute it.
3 minutes remaining.
He has
3 minutes.
got the full Boston Crab. As we hear, there is 3 minutes left in our time limit. And Clark is able to get to the bottom rope. That'll force Kevin Knight to let go of the Boston Crab, but he has the veteran of the Young Lions system in some trouble here. And what a feather this would be in the cap of Kevin Knight.
I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Kevin Knight. He's hanging in there.
Oh!
And just like that, you get caught with that spear.
Yep.
Turns him over, and he got it. Every opponent
Yeah.
he put into submission has submitted before.
Tapping out right away. Clark Connors is your winner.
Time, 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Here is your winner, Clark Connors.
Just like that, he ends the matchup. I have to say, it wasn't a walk in the park, that's for sure.
Once again, your
Kevin
winner,
Knight has
Clark
certainly showed some
Connors.
promise.
Well, I know both Kevin Knight and Clark Connors are training with Katsuyori Shibata in the LA dojo. But my friend, the late, great Buddy Wayne, looking down from heaven, and I know that he has got to be proud seeing 2 of his original trainees letting it all hang out here on New Japan Strong.
Wow, well, I mean, I thought we were going to see a little bit of sportsmanship. Kevin Knight, obviously frustrated that he lost in his debut, but really a good effort, I'd say.
It'd be interesting to see where the future takes that young man. Clark Connors continues his winning ways here on New Japan Strong. Big 6-man tag team match, our main event. We'll find out who Tom Lawler's hand-picked mystery opponent will be for Brody King and the Regal Twins when they face Danny Limelight, JR Kratos. Stick around and find out.
Welcome to the dojo.
第2試合、15分一本勝負を行います。
Sanjay is finished. We can attack the city. I'm certain I can beat you.
Do you feel it, Kevin?
Oh, I feel it.
The DKC is in the house. 2021.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, standing 5 foot 6 inches tall, weighing up 154 pounds, Dylan Kyle Cox, the DKC!
Tremendous martial arts background for the DKC.
The DKC has a good, extensive experience, and he's training in the LA dojo to polish himself up. I mean, he's got a bright future, and he has the opportunity to face my former partner, D-Test, Rocky Romero.
Did you guys put your differences aside? The new year?
Yeah, mostly. Vodka helps a lot.
Notorious, much more than glorious. Forever clotheslining like a minibus with a surplus of energy for all my enemies.
Man, it can do it all. Looking sharp in the new year. Will this 2021 be the year that Rocky Romero finally captures the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship?
I know that that's certainly a goal of his. You know, he's doing a lot of things in his life right now. He's a pro wrestler, he's a podcaster, a successful music maker, rapper. I mean, there hasn't been anything that he dipped his hand in.
Right, he sets his mind to something, he achieves it.
And I respect that. But if he wants to win the Super Junior title, he has to. He needs to focus on that and that alone.
Well, certainly the Junior Heavyweight Championship has been elusive for Rocky Romero throughout his career. But he says before it's all said and done, he was Black Tiger and held the championship, but he wants that forever etched Rocky Romero name on that championship. So the DKC, let's see what he can do here against Rocky Romero.
You can see the DKC starts throwing kicks at Rocky, almost letting him know that, hey, watch out for my kicks.
Yeah.
They're lethal.
Then comes in for the single leg, and Rocky is able to trap that here. Half guard here, and now back to the vertical base. Rocky with the cravat. So a busy time for everyone involved with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and, of course, here on New Japan Strong. We thank you, fans, for tuning in each and every week. Brand new episodes every Friday right here on njpwworld.com.
And now DKC got the hammerlock on Rocky Romero and turns him over for the pin.
All right, so have you got any intel on who Tom Lawler has picked as his partner? Again, it's Danny Limelight, Jared Kratos, and at this point, X, as it's listed, versus Brody King and the Regal Twins.
I don't know, Kevin, but I'm super excited. I love surprises. I'm curious as to who it is. One thing for sure, I know that he's going to be a heavy-duty, tough individual.
Bow and arrow here. And DKC going to have to hang on here, try to find an escape, and he's able to pop over.
Impressive how he was able to pop over and get on top of Rocky Romero and continuing to work on his leg.
By the way, I do want to thank you for the lovely Christmas gift that you sent me.
Well, you're very welcome. Did you like it?
I loved it. You were able to pick out this gift, and
red is your color, right?
yeah, you have no idea because you didn't send me anything.
I'm sorry, it was somebody else.
Thank you very much. I know the thought was there, though.
No, there was the intention. That's all that matters, the intention.
Did you remember Rocky? Did you at least get your former tag team partner a beautiful gift?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a no, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm giving. I like to give.
Give and take is the relationship that I have with you. You give. Wait, I give, you take.
I like taking as well.
All right, so Rocky and the DKC are having a great, clean, scientific-style wrestling match, aggressive with the new style of pro wrestling that we see here in the modern age. How about the belly-to-belly, though?
Wow. They've been grappling for the past 5 minutes, and DKC overpowering Rocky with that slam. And now got him in the arm submission. Now, this is usually the strategy of Rocky, which I think that's his plan. Eventually, he will go to the arm of the DKC to eventually hook the arm bar.
Yeah, and standing arm bar, certainly painful. I think Rocky landed on the back of his head, may have rung his bell a little bit on that belly-to-belly suplex, and he is on the back pedal right now trying to create some distance, buy himself a little bit of time.
Yeah, but DKC is aggressive and on top of him right away. That slam really took a toll on Rocky.
All right, so now backing into the ropes. Rocky kind of hanging on here and firing a forearm, immediately clutching the back of his head.
I think Rocky's pissed. Look at his face. Oh, but the DKC is not letting up. chopping, striking away, and now they're exchanging kicks and strikes. That was a vicious kick. You can see that DKC has got something to prove, but Rocky, with a kick of his own, and going to the arm.
Yep, wasting no time, realizing after getting his bell rung earlier that Rocky's going to have to put the DKC away here, and driving the point of the shoulder into the canvas, and now kicking away at that left arm. You mentioned the arm submission.
Ooh, did you hear that?
And now Rocky's going to head up top. Let's see if he can keep control here. DKC is in some trouble.
He's going to drop that knee on that arm from the top rope. That does not feel good.
Rocky is still clearing the cobwebs, but he's still with it enough to stay focused on the left arm. He'll try the pinning combination here and a kick out.
Well, I got to say, on the road to the Lions break contender, I mean, there's, I would say, a lot of pressure on the DKC to send a message.
Setting up opportunities for bigger and better things in 2021.
5 minutes has elapsed.
We will
5
see
minutes.
athletes be given opportunities that otherwise they may not have gotten here on the Lions Break Contender Tour. And that tour gets underway in just a couple of weeks here on New Japan Strong. Going toe-to-toe now, Rocky and the DKC.
Trading shots.
Back downstairs, the DKC. Downstairs and then up, mixing the strikes beautifully.
And the upper hand with the strikes and the kicks. Hard European uppercut. That's what's so dangerous about the DKC is he's very well equipped to use all of his limbs.
You know, I was anticipating a jumping knee from Rocky, but he just did not have an answer there.
Well, I gotta say, Rocky has taken some damage earlier in the match that I'm not sure he's still been able to shake off. The DKC has been very effective with his strikes today.
Knife hand chop to the head. Again, Rocky absorbed that belly-to-belly suplex. And the tide has turned ever since then. Rocky has been fighting up from underneath. And he's been able to do some damage to DKC, but the young man is in control here against the veteran.
It appeared like he was going for the Northern Lights, but Rocky reversed that and an arm breaker. Going back to the arm.
Hyperextending the elbow of the DKC. And Rocky, nasty side of Rocky Romero coming out.
At a certain point, you got to do what you got to do to get the upper hand, to get that W.
Rocky tenacious staying on that arm while the DKC trying to kick his way to freedom.
And able to connect with the Northern Lights. 1, 2. Ooh, Rocky kicks out at the last second.
Man, I cannot tell you how important a victory that would be for the DKC in his career if he was able to pin Rocky Romero, and he might be on the path.
Oh, it would be monumental.
And now going for the submission.
This is not a comfortable position for Rocky to be in. Will he be able to get to the rope?
You see the knee of the DKC in the back, and now repositioning as Rocky was about to get to the ropes.
Very, very smart on the part of DKC, but Rocky still manages to get to the rope. But you can see the pain that he's in. DKC taking advantage of an injured Rocky Romero, slamming him hard on the mat.
And again, another
slam.
Full body slams. Here's a cover, 2, and a kick out.
Telling you, don't take the body slam for granted.
No,
very effective maneuver.
Dory Funk Jr. used 3 body slams to set up the spinning toe hold to win the NWA World Title from Gene Kiniski in 1969. How about that, Jem?
There you go.
Don't discount the body slam, and don't discount the submission prowess of Rocky Romero.
Well, the DKC, and he applies the armbar, but the DKC is holding on to their arm. Rocky obviously still hurt. You can see he's holding on to his back.
Yeah, see, those body slams took their toll, and they're affecting Rocky. DKC trying to lock that butcher's grip, and now
hyperextend his arm.
The arm is straight. The arm is straight.
And
yes.
That's it. That's it.
Time.
Man, it was a hard to call. It was a hard match to call because the DKC was very aggressive in his attacks, very calculated. But Rocky able to pull out the win. But man, he went through hell to get that W.
When anybody has had the opportunity here on New Japan Strong to face Rocky Romero, it's like the A game gets amplified. Everybody brings their dead level best to beat Rocky Romero. DKC was very, very impressive. And I think Rocky has to be impressed with what the DKC did, even though he is feeling the effects. So no shame in dropping the fall for the DKC here to, a veteran in Rocky getting submitted with that armbar.
No shame, especially with the kind of battle that he showed today. He's got the mic.
I'm sorry, New Japan fans. I'm sorry for my mistake. I need to get stronger. I need to focus. And I have learned the success of the guidance of the New Japan Dojo. Shibata-san, please, will you teach me? Can I learn from you? Shibata-san, can I join the New Japan Dojo?
Wow. Well, there he is. There's Katsuyori Shibata. Obviously watching the match from the monitor in the locker room area, and the DKC, he's asked for an opportunity. Come with me.
Wow. Well, this is big.
Wow.
Wow, this is big. Shibata welcoming the DKC to come with him. It appears like he accepted DKC's request to be trained by Shibata.
I got goosebumps. What a moment. The DKC has just been accepted by Shibata into the LA Dojo. Back in the action in just a few moments here on New Japan Strong. Wanted to take a couple of moments to speak to a man who will make his New Japan Strong debut in just a couple of weeks' time. And there is no one, and I mean no one, like Bateman. And I want to thank you, sir, for your time here today. I trust all is well?
Yeah, doing peachy, Kevin.
All right. Fans will probably know you from Ring of Honor and some of the more controversial moments. You've been involved with some violent exploits with Vincent, Matt Taven. Having had time to digest what transpired, do you have any regrets?
Regret's not something I deal with, Kevin. It is what it is. You hold the man down and you try to break his ankle to give him an out. It was an act of mercy, is what it was.
Well, obviously, that situation far from resolved, but we'll see what new opportunities come about here on New Japan Strong. What are your goals? What is Bateman's motivation as you get set for competition here on New Japan Strong?
Kevin, I could tell you, I could say all the pretty flowery words there are in the world to try to tell you, just like everyone else, how this was a dream, or I can go out and I can show you. And I can show you why I'm different. I can show you that Bateman is a very special man, a cruel man, but fair, yeah?
Well, the question of cruel but fair, I think, might lend itself to competition here. Do you lean more towards wanting to compete on a scientific basis, or will you take matters into your own hands as the situation might deem fit?
These are very capable hands, you see, and if I want to hurt someone, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out and hurt them. Now, whatever works best for that, if it's trying to bend the back of someone's hand to their forearm or digging my fingers into their ears, nose, eyes, and mouth, that's what I'm going to do. I want you to suffer.
As the competition has unfolded here on New Japan Strong, we've seen a lot of great young athletes, some up-and-comers who are competing and training in the LA dojo. How do you feel about the young competitors that you've seen here on New Japan Strong? Have you had a chance to see any of them?
I'm familiar with most of them. Spent a little bit of time in the dojo myself, the opening camps, and what they're producing are lambs to the slaughter for someone like me, Everyone, same system. Gonna come out, it's gonna be messy.
Obviously, your time in the LA dojo, not without controversy as well. My sources tell me that you were thrown out of the dojo.
Yeah, well, violent delights have violent ends.
Well, as we get set to see your debut, Bateman, any final words for the fans watching?
Keep your eyes open, because I could tell you or I can show you. And when it's real, and it will be real, you will feel it, Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Bateman. Thank you very much for your time. The debut of Bateman in the next couple of weeks here on New Japan Strong. We'll be back with more action right after this.
What'd you up to?
Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask. Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Token Shop Global. I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
本日のメインイベント20分一本勝負を行います。
Oh boy. Oh boy, Kevin.
Yep. Let the violence begin.
We're about to see a mosh pit. The monster of monsters, Brody King, tagging with the Regal Twins.
Hey, you got it right.
Introducing first in the red corner, both standing 5 foot 9 inches tall, both weighing 172 pounds, Logan Regal, Sterling Regal, the Regal Twins. Their tag team partner representing Ring of Honor, standing 6 foot 7 inches tall, weighing 300 pounds, Brody King.
What an interesting combination of guys here on this team. I mean, the Regal Twins probably don't live the same lifestyle as Brody King.
I think they walk a different path. But the question is, who is X? Who is this hand-picked mystery partner that Filthy Tom Lawler has brought?
Well, all these questions are about to be answered.
Wait a minute!
Oh, is that who I think it is? It is Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson.
Chris Dickinson is the partner? Yes, it is!
Oh, my God.
Wow. Well, Chris Dickinson is a world-renowned fighter and certainly cut from the same cloth as Filthy Tom Lawler.
My God. Well, he's... Wow, what a recruit.
Absolutely, with Danny Limelight and another monster in JR Kratos.
Man. God, Chris Dickinson, Dirty Daddy.
Introducing their opponents in the blue corner, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighing at 174 pounds, Danny Limelight. Standing 6 foot 1 inches tall, weighing at 301 pounds, the most feared J.R. Kratos. their partner, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing in at 242 pounds, the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson.
And Kevin, I gotta say, I've been following the career of Chris Dickinson. He's no stranger to Japanese-style wrestling. He's been wrestling all over Japan.
Marcus.
He has training with Josh Barnett, catch wrestling. He is a powerhouse himself. He's a perfect fit for Team Filthy.
He is a true student of the game. He can quote chapter and verse historical moments in New Japan Pro Wrestling history. And I can tell you, knowing Chris Dickinson as I have over a number of years, he has had a goal to compete here on New Japan Strong and in competing in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Filthy Tom Lawler has now opened the door.
Wow.
So here we go, the bell sounds.
That's interesting. Daniel Limelight tags himself in. Wow, look at that. I mean, the arrogance on Daniel Limelight. Trying to tackle the big man.
I want one of the twins.
Huh.
Obviously showing that not even in terms of strength and power, but let's see what he does here. Now is that I'm going to let you guess which Regal twin that might be. Come on, guess. It's either Logan or Sterling. Give it a shot.
I'll just say, is it Sterling?
You would be wrong.
Okay, Logan.
You're right.
Get it right.
See, it's a 50-50 shot. Logan off the ropes. Wait a second now.
There we go.
Oh, wow. My God, that was very innovative, the way he was able to turn around.
Oh,
that.
and the drop kick was well scouted, but Limelight was able to counter the counter. Nicely done.
Come on, take out bootleg spider guy.
Certainly do not take Danny Limelight lightly. He had a great 2020 on New Japan Strong.
Oh, and just slaps the smack out of Logan. I gotta say, I'm very entertained by Daniel Limelight's newfound attitude here.
Oh!
He's gotta be careful, though, with all the showboating and all the trash talking.
Boy, he is sure running his yap, and he got caught. Of course, Tom Lawler put together this Team Filthy incarnation here on New Japan Strong. Sterling with the moonsault. Here's the cover and a kick out at 2. It was Danny Limelight who betrayed Rocky Romero to take sides with Lawler, and now teaming with JR Kratos and Chris Dickinson. Here's a cover and a count of 2 and a kick out.
Well, Daniel Limelight is paying right now for the trash talking that he's been doing. I mean, he took his eyes off the ball for a moment to talk some trash, and now he's on the receiving end of the Regal attack.
All right, so now Sterling once again legal, and Limelight kicks the leg out from underneath him. And no, lands on his feet, sends him into the corner.
Oh, and takes him off with a big lariat. Finally tagging in Chris Dickinson.
And we will see a very aggressive Chris Dickinson.
Chris Dickinson, a very dangerous athlete.
Here's a cover and just a count of 1. Of course, Chris Dickinson is a world-renowned fighter.
My goodness, that hurt me. Did you hear the chop? Oh, forget about how badly that feels. Oh, my God, just unleashing punishment. Wow.
Arm drag.
Oh, and on the arm bar right now.
Great transition immediately to the arm bar.
My God, I gotta say, I mean, this is what he brings to the table. More danger. He's a dangerous rival. Now the monster and Kratos is in the ring.
Trying to position. Oh, chest first into the buckle.
Fight back.
Nothing subtle about JR Kratos, huh, Alex?
He is demonic. Look at the face on him.
And now sending him across into the buckle again.
Would you take a look at the chest of Sterling? I mean, my God, he is cut open. thanks to Chris Dickinson.
And a touch on the back there. And he'll be declared legal. Danny Limelight back in. Now we can showboat. Now we can talk trash.
I suppose right now is the appropriate time. Oh, and hard kick to the gut of Sterling. Oh, God. Right into the sternum. That'll knock the wind out of you. Those kicks are vicious.
Trying to spring out after the snap mare to get to the tag.
5
Danny
minutes of
Limelight in
5
control
minutes.
here, so the surprise generated by Filthy Tom Lawler and Chris Dickinson being the mystery partner for Danny Limelight and JR Kratos. Right now they have done a nice job of isolating and keeping Brody King on the outside.
Absolutely. I mean, Brody King hasn't had much ring time except a few 30 seconds in the beginning. They've isolated.
Oh, and Chris Dickinson going right over, trying to knock Brody King down and provoking the big man. Unable to control his emotions, and look at the way they take advantage. You wouldn't guess that these three had never teamed before with the way they've been able to utilize some tag team prowess.
Absolutely. Well, you know, if you were on Team Filthy, I mean, I know these guys strategize. They're no dummies. They know what they're doing. They strategize. This is in their plan. Oh, hard knife edge chop. Oh, and another. Look at the chest.
Yeah, his chest is blistered open.
Oh my God, that kick was hellacious. Shooting him off into the corner.
Here he comes. No, gets caught with the boot. Gets caught with the boot. Dickinson now coming back towards him.
Oh, and he catches him midair. What power.
Clasping the hands and clamping on the bear hug. Dickinson, of course, an original product of the Jersey All-Pro School, but has gone on and has fought all over the world. Multiple tours of Japan, as Alex mentioned. But making his New Japan Strong debut. Vertical suplex, no. Catches him with the neck breaker. A need for a tag is readily apparent.
Right now is the first opportunity that he has to try to inch himself closer to his corner. He's taken a substantial amount of beating, and he's able to tag the big man. And the tide is about to turn. Huge close onto Dickinson.
Whoa!
And a huge back body drop to Daniel Limelight.
And now JR Kratos coming in, trying to attack Brody King from behind. He gets caught.
Hard chop by Dickinson, but the big man returns one of his own. Oh. Heavyweight chops being traded right now. Oh my God. Trading shots.
Downstairs now. Dickinson the mid kick. Brody King doesn't go down, swats that one away, comes in with a heavy knee.
Brody's so powerful, so strong, able to swat that kick away.
Gut wrench powerbomb. Two, Limelight in with the breakup.
Just in the nick of time, Daniel Limelight breaks that huge powerbomb.
Hang on, watch out from behind. And now the tag, that's Sterling, who's the legal man now. Wait a minute. Kratos in from behind, messing up the double team opportunity. It is breaking down here in Tulsa. And there are bodies all over. JR Kratos, Danny Limelight, what's he setting up for? Oh my God.
And 360 cross body, taking both of the Regal twins out.
Oh, look at this, though.
Oh my
look
God.
at these two monsters staring each other down.
A battle of two titans. Trading forearms. Who will gain the upper hand here? Both have big chins. Oh, and wow, and he grabs him in the chokeslam, but Brody able to break out of that. Oh, my God.
Catapults the big man all the way over.
Impressive.
And now rolls it back in. Watch out. Underneath the clothesline. Catches him with the second one.
Huge lariat.
Dickinson with the lariat, too. And a kick out.
I'm surprised he kicked out. He turned them upside down.
And now up on the shoulders. Here we go.
Burning hammer, that belly driver, and he's able to connect. That's
yes,
it, folks.
sir. Legs are hooked, too. It is over.
Wow.
Time, 9 minutes and 41 seconds. Here are your
you
winners,
knew that
the
this
team of Danny
acquisition
Limelight, J.R. Kratos,
was a big one.
and Chris Dickinson.
And Chris Dickinson just proved why he belongs in Team Filthy, able to get his team a W.
Once again, your winners, the team of Danny Limelight, J.R. Kratos, and Chris Dickinson.
Oh, wait a minute. Brody King is not done. He wants more of J.R. Kratos. It's taken all three of them to try to slow Brody King down. They just can't do it.
Well, now we're in the mosh pit.
Out goes Kratos. Brody King following out after him. J.R. Kratos looking for an escape.
Tom Lawler, you said you were going to make the call, my man. And you sure did deliver. The dirty daddy, Chris Dickinson.
Mi gente! Listen, I already been in the ring with my boy Kratos before, but when he told me that the dirty daddy was coming to pay us a little visit, I said, Papi, take the night off, because the dirtiest got him.
Surprise! Surprise! My whole life, this has been my goal. I want you to take a look at that right there. Do you understand? Do you understand what this means to me? That Tom Lawler called me in to take care of a little business in the greatest professional wrestling company in the world. Do you understand what it meant to me to step into the cerulean blue ring today? Obviously, a lot is because we won. We took care of business and we got it done. New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW strong. Welcome. The Dirty Daddy has arrived. And we ain't taking nobody alive.
Brody, you better grow eyes in the back of your damn head.
So new year, new tour. The road to Lions Break Contender Series gets underway in fantastic fashion. We had three great matches, Alex. We saw the debut here on New Japan Strong for Kevin Knight. I thought he looked really impressive against Clark Connors.
He looked very good. I think the future is bright for that young man.
How about the DKC with Rocky Romero? Yes, Rocky got the victory, but what an opportunity the DKC earned for himself here on the here in the ring.
No, absolutely. That matchup, I mean, that was his greatest fight. And now being aligned, being under the guidance of Shibata, I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah, the sky is the limit now for the DKC. And, of course, our main event, Chris Dickinson turned out to be the mystery partner. And what a prize indeed. Teaming for victory with J.R. Kratos and Danny Limelight against Brody King and the Regal Twins. But something tells me it's not over between Brody King and J.R. Kratos. There was one hell of a fight all the way to the back.
There were so many punches and kicks thrown. We have to see a resolution to these two monsters.
I certainly look forward to it if we get that opportunity. The road to Lions Break Contender continues next week, and we will see El Phantasmo, your Super J Cup winner. He is so controversial. He'll team in six-man tag team action with Hikuleo and Kenta against ACH, Fred Rosser, and Blake Christian.
I can't wait for that. El Phantasmo? Big fan.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
I'm not surprised. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that'll be next week. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. We'll see you then.